Well, Jennifer finished high school, gets signed up for the full ride volleyball, great kid, keeps a wonderful perspective, goes to college and becomes, of all things, a mathematics teacher. So now I have this, here we have this amazing daughter, my husband and I, this amazing kid. Got this daughter now who is a mathematics teacher. Everybody thinks she's going to be kind of like a nerd, you know, but she's just really a cool kid. So Jen's finishing, she's student taught in a wonderful high school. She's so excited about it. And the high school hires her to become a math teacher. She's great about it. Unfortunately, this particular high school is probably the lowest pay scale in the country. If it's not actually the lowest, and I'm not making this up, it's amongst the lowest percentiles of all the schools in the entire United States. So here is Jennifer now. We've kind of figured out this money thing, right? The abundance, that as you sow, so shall you reap. You know, think abundance, expect the best, you know, act in love, react with faith. She's kind of got all these lessons, gone through some very, very rough times. She becomes a math teacher in the school, and she's got an opportunity to go to a math conference to teach students how to like math more. And they have these wonderful little devices. One of the favorite things she learns is a Barbie doll bungee jumping contest, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So Jenny wants to go to this conference to learn good math techniques, but she doesn't have any money. It's been a very, very cold winter. Gas prices to heat her house, her little apartment house, have gone up exorbitantly high. She doesn't have any money to go to the conference. So I'm talking with her on the phone from a distance, and I say, it will be there. Think in terms of abundance. Act as if. Believe the universe will provide. All these wonderful platitudes, right? I'm saying to her, and she's like, yeah, but Mom, I don't have any money. But what I'm trying to tell her without saying it right directly to her is, Jen, I'm going to give you the money. But I don't tell her that. I just keep saying, you will have the money. The money will appear. Finally, it clicks to her, and she goes, okay, Mom, I get it. You don't have to pay, but I should go to the conference, and you don't have to pay. I'll find some way to do it. I put in my credit card or something. I'll make it work on it. She goes into school on Monday, having resolved that she would go to this conference because her students will benefit from it. She's doing this out of love to make their lives better, right? So she signs up for the conference on Monday, decides she's going to go, figures the money will come from somewhere, and it doesn't have to be Mom and Dad that are paying for it, right? She signs up. On Tuesday, she's in the teacher's lounge, and in comes the principal, and he says, by the way, you know, I know many of you math folks wanted to go to this conference, and we didn't have any funding, but I have some really good news for you. Oh, and by the way, the math conference was going to cost her about $400, she figured, with the expenses with it and everything. And he says, you know, I just want to let you know that we have come up with some funds, and those of you that have already registered, we will have $400 each in funding. Act as if, have faith, think of the natural currency in the flow, and it will appear. She calls me back, and she couldn't believe it. Mom, you won't believe it, you won't believe it. It appeared, the money appeared, the money appeared. One of the greatest things through all of this is the man that is now her husband, who thought we were real Looney Tunes, was going like, whoa, wow, there's some truth to this. Miracles do happen. And this one was a great example, one of many. But this story, all she's gone through in the naturally right order. And she found that money appear.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
My pleasure. May you think in terms of these things as well and the differences. Think, act as if. It'll happen.
What's your definition of a miracle?
I think a miracle is when all things are as they should be naturally right, in the divine order, one might say, and when we recognize that it's the right way, the way it should be.
Number one, a miracle you survive.
Well, that part is.
Yeah.
But there is another miracle to that. The love thing. I can go ahead and see where this goes.
Okay.
You know you're right, Melinda. They do just kind of happen.
Would you reintroduce yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this will be another.
It could be a separate segment. Yeah. Hello, my name is Judy Siebert. I'm from Iowa, heartland of the United States. Great place to live and to grow up and to be. Although anybody that's come from a Midwestern continental climate understands that we can have some pretty severe winters, and they can be absolutely spectacular and gorgeous. The snow on the trees is beautiful, the icy boughs and the sunlight hitting them are great, but they can create some pretty rough times. In the time of living in Iowa, I've found that winter can be a challenge. And I want to share a story that is very poignant, a very difficult story to share, but it demonstrates the love and the harmony even amongst people who could be considered competitors between each other. I come from a wonderful background of exposure to amazing lessons, amazing opportunities. One wonderful speaker named Charlie Tremendous Jones, some people may have heard of him, he has now passed away, but one of the things Charlie Jones would say is that the difference between now and the next time I see you, the way you grow, will be the people you meet and the books you read. And I would say that that's absolutely valid for me. In the 30-ish years that I've been seriously growing in my perspectives and my resilience and my ability to trust that all will be naturally right, I have come to recognize that it is listening to people, it is reading, it is learning, it is getting beyond the superficial surface communication message, getting to the deeper meaning, the deeper interior meaning. And in going through all of this, love and faith in other people, expecting the best has been critical and essential. During the course of all of this, one year I was actually scheduled to be a speaker at a major conference, and we had planned on going. It was going to be in January in Las Vegas. And as we were getting ready to go, we had gone on a family vacation. Wonderful trip down to Florida, the Florida Keys. 4 of us together, father, son, mother, daughter, all of us hanging out, just had a wonderful, wonderful time.